standby. Let's go ahead and check in with our Derrick Lewis. He's live in Chapel Hill with a look at conditions there. Hi, Derrick.
Hey Sharon, we've been at this location here for about 30 minutes. And I want to show you the road conditions. They're not getting any better at this moment. Crews are still out here plowing the roads and putting salt down here in this area. We're actually on a hill right here on North Columbia Street. A lot of cars are coming and going on this street. A few have gotten stuck here. Just a few seconds before we went live, there was a black car here having trouble getting up that hill. And you also see police officers assisting to help. We actually have a car here that's sliding. There's a white car right here can't move. This is what we're dealing with here because of this snow, and this is the road conditions that we're facing right now. At this point, cars, they just stop. They either slide back down or they find a way to turn around. This car right now is trying to back up. The reverse lights are on. We'll just hang out here just to see what happens. The tires are spinning right now because of the road conditions. This is what people are faced with. This is why we tell you to stay at home if you can, if you don't have to be out here in these conditions, because it is dangerous. More cars are still driving by, and as this car continues to spin right now out of control with really nowhere to go as much as this driver tries. Now we're also dealing with this. We're dealing with power outages in Chapel Hill as well. We've been told by Duke Energy that more than 1,000 people have, we have to go back to the conditions. We see right here, the cars are turning around right now because they don't even want to try to get up this hill because they see what other drivers are faced with. Again, more cars or vehicles are just going around this person. No one has come out to help just yet. There's another truck stopped right there. Looks like he's stuck as well. This is what is going on in Chapel Hill. This is happening for the 30 minutes that we've been here. This has been happening nonstop. Cars just not being able to make it up this hill. We're about less than a mile or so from UNC, and again, cars are stuck here trying to go up this hill. We see a plow truck that's coming down now in the opposite direction, maybe trying to clear the road just a little bit to see if that will help at all. But again, it is very dangerous out here. People are driving and doing what they can to stay safe, but when there's more snow still falling, there's not much that you can do to try to make sure the roads are safe for people. Again, we've been dealing with this condition for a while now. I do want to talk a little bit about the power outages as well. Again, more than 1,000 people without power in 8 different locations here in Chapel Hill. Look at this power line that we see right here. That has a little dip from so much snow falling. I also have one person who's right here with me, Stephanie. Stephanie, she has been living here in Chapel Hill. Can you tell me a little bit about the power situation that happened at your home moments ago?
Yeah, I just came from my apartment, which is about 10 minutes walk from here, and the power is flickered on and off about 2 or 3 times, but luckily, hopefully it's still on when I get back there, but it was on when I left.
Did you call any friends or find out if anything else is going on?
Well, my sorority's still doing meals, so that's where I was headed when I headed out, yeah.
Now, when you turn around and you see this, cars getting stuck out here, what goes through your mind?
Well, I'm from Atlanta, so I'm doing everyone else a favor by not driving right now. So I'm not a fan of driving in the snow. I definitely would have preferred walking.
Now, because you have a car, right?
Yeah, I have a car, but no, I'm not taking this on. It's too bad.
We saw you walking a few moments ago. Why did you decide to walk?
Well, I do enjoy walking in the snow, and I'm headed up to meet some friends, take some pictures. It's not very often that Chapel Hill gets snow like this, so I want to document it so I remember.
Stephanie, thank you.
Yeah.
Again, this white car here is still stuck. There is a police officer that's behind it now. Looks like the black car behind the white car has its hazard lights on at this moment. A police officer is behind that black car as well. We're still monitoring the situation just to see what happens. We're hoping it turns out to be a safe situation here. But again, this car is still having trouble trying to get up this hill. I'm not sure if he or she has any efforts to turn around maybe, to try to go back the other way. We've seen a few cars do that, but the tires are still spinning. A truck there just making some noise. But again, cars are still spinning out. They're turning around now. Looks like an effort to do that, to go back the other way, because he or she realizes they're not going to make it up that hill. All right, that car has turned around now to go back down the other way. Now we see 2 officers here at this location. They're just driving by, though. Again, more and more cars Michael, if you could turn and show the other way just a little bit, we have traffic has started to build up now because of this situation. I'm not sure if these cars are also going to try to make it up this hill or not, but this is what we're faced with here in Chapel Hill. Sharon?
All right, Derrick, thank you. We know you are in Chapel Hill. I'm glad that one car was able to turn around. Not that steep of an incline there, so that just shows how slippery these roads are. Tell me, what road is that we're looking at?
We are on North Columbia Street. This is a very busy road here in Chapel Hill, right in front of the fire department. The fire department is not far from here as well. Again, North Columbia Street.
All right, so that's a pretty busy thoroughfare. So I'm assuming that roadway was brined. Do you know?
I'm sorry. What did you say again, Sharon?
Was that
I'm sorry.
roadway
Were you asking if the
brined?
road had been treated?
Exactly.
Yeah. So there's been, this road was brined earlier. We've also seen crews coming by here to salt the roads with road salt now. Again, equipment and vehicles coming through here just to treat the roads as best as they can. But again, with this snow still falling, there's only so much that you can do.
Exactly, so true, and it shows that the brine was helping. We are seeing that around the area, but however, once we get all this accumulation, as temperatures continue to drop, I mean, unfortunately, you're probably going to see even more issues like that one car was having. So, Derrick, you're absolutely right. If you do not have to go out, do not go out, but try to enjoy it if you can stay closer to home.
Yeah, the fact of the matter is that can put other cars in danger, too. When
All right, take care. Now, let's go ahead and check in out with our Derrick Lewis. He is live in Chapel Hill. Earlier, he was giving us, basically, we were saying a play-by-play of a vehicle that was having a hard time going up North Columbia streets there in Chapel Hill.
Yeah, and Derrick, as we look now, it seems as though the snowfall has come even more on the road. Are you seeing similar problems still, or have people stopped going through that area?
Yeah, Sean, it has not stopped snowing here. We've been out here for about an hour now, and we still are seeing cars getting stuck trying to get up this road here on North Columbia Street. Right now, we have 3 cars that are stuck. And if you look a little bit up the hill, you have a few people behind one car trying to push it and make it over that hill. Doesn't look like they're having much success right now. Fortunately, though, we can say that we have not seen any accidents or anything like that since we've been out here. But again, cars are still getting stuck. Some are forced to put the car in reverse and try to back up, make it down the hill that way, or they're trying to turn around either way to get back down the hill because they realize they just can't make it up. Now there's a 3rd car that's stuck here, simply not able to go anywhere because of the conditions of this road. Crews have been out here earlier today. We've seen them treating the roads, but as more snow starts to fall, there's not much you can do in these conditions. We're here with Katie now. Katie, her car was actually stuck a few moments ago. Talk to me about what happened, where you were coming from moments ago.
I was turning left from Franklin Street onto Columbia Street trying to get down MLK, and my car just skidded, and I had to turn it in reverse and actually go down the hill backwards. It was terrifying.
So you were coming from that way, right? And then you said you were trying to make it through, but it wasn't happening.
It was not happening. The hill was too dangerous and it was too slick. My car wasn't going to make it.
Katie, give me 1 second. I just want to show what's happening right now. We have fire and rescue here coming to the scene right now. One firefighter is talking to a driver. I guess they're trying to figure out how they can clear this situation. We have police officers that are pulling up here right now to also figure out what's going on. Cars are not able to move. You have this plow vehicle here also trying to make its way through the cars and try to clear some of this snow that keeps falling here on this street. Again, we're on North Columbia Avenue. Again, we're trying to advise drivers to stay home if you don't have to be out here. Some people are choosing to walk because even though they have cars, they realize how dangerous this situation can be. Again, cars are not moving right now. One car has its reverse lights on, but the brakes then you have the car in front, the truck here, wheels are spinning, not really making much progress getting up this hill. At some points, there's a lot of traffic here because cars are stopped because of this area. Katie, I want to bring you back in just for a second. When you see this scene, when you look at this, talk to me about what goes through your mind.
Well, 20 minutes ago when I was sliding down, it goes through my mind, but I just think it's extremely unsafe and I wish people wouldn't drive. I wish I hadn't.
Why did you decide to drive?
I thought it'd be more fun to be snowed in at my friend's house than at my house.
So you were actually going to someone else's house?
Yes.
You talked to me about there were some people, some girls here also that were walking. How did they help?
Yes, they were amazing. These 3 girls on the street actually helped me and told me to just go down the hill backwards instead of trying to turn it around. They said they had seen multiple cars have to do that before it happened to me, and I'm like really grateful to them for helping me through that.
What advice do you have to other drivers who are thinking, oh, maybe let me just make a quick run to my friend's house right quick?
Do not drive. Unless you have a vehicle that is specifically made to drive in the snow, I would not even think about going out.
Why is that?
You don't want to end up sliding down a hill and almost wrecking your car, and it's just not worth it. It's not safe.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you. All right. Again, this is the situation right here. We are on North Columbia Street. Cars continue to get stuck here on this street, trying to make it up this hill. But as the snow continues to fall, we're dealing with dangerous situations here where cars are just not able to make it over. Again, fortunately, we haven't seen any accidents here on this street just yet. But again, crews are actually right here right now, trying to clear the roads the best they can. As cars try to make it through here, those that are deciding to come out and drive during the snowstorm. Live in Chapel Hill, I'm Derrick Lewis, CBS North Carolina.
All right, Derrick, an amazing sight.
It's a big situation over there. Our Derrick Lewis has been in the thick of it all day.
He really has. And Derrick, you have been stationed out there at North Columbia Street, where we've seen a lot of issues. Have you heard of other roadways in that area also experiencing the same situation?
Sharon, just from what I can see, I can see that the roads in this area, they're pretty much in the same situation where so much snow is falling that drivers are just having to be careful. Take a look here at the scene. We see right now 2 cars are stuck. This has been what it's been looking like for the past hour and a half that we've been out here. Cars are getting stuck trying to make it up this hill on North Columbia Street. This snow continues to fall. These are the conditions here in Chapel Hill on a lot of streets here because of the snow that continues to fall. Now, we've seen police officers here on this street as well, but they're not blocking off this street. They're still allowing cars to drive up and down this street, and sometimes they get stuck. Now you see this car right here. Sometimes they do make it through, but not all of them. Some people are also deciding to just walk instead of taking their car. What's your name?
David.
David, talk to me about why you decided to walk during the snowstorm.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the conditions are not ideal for driving at all. We have cars, but, you know, making it down to CVS and everything, it's really not that hard. But we've been out here for like 20 minutes just helping push cars up this hill. Most of them have to just turn back around because the weather is not meant for driving right now. But, yeah, I mean, it's not ideal. So we're just trying to help who we can, and most of them are just having to turn around.
So we've seen you and your friends kind of helping drivers get over the hill. What has that been like for you?
I mean, it's been pretty tough, but most of them are pretty grateful, but I mean, it's a tough venture up there. Most of them just need to go back to the highway, so we're just redirecting them and helping them turn around.
Do you think police officers or someone should have this road blocked off?
I mean, it's tough. I mean, it's tough when a lot of people got to go places. They've been out here trying to help out as much as they can, but I really don't know the situation and how they can. I know they just opened up the street down there, but obviously we need as much help as we can up here on these hills.
Talk to us about what you see happening up there. There's a white car that's stuck, but people like you are trying to help out.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. The roads up there is so much ice, and they're trying to get up this hill, and they're trying to take right and go to wherever their work or up here to campus or something, but it's just really not working, and they're trying to turn around, and as you can see, they're caught in the sides right there. It's tough to turn around anyway, so we're just trying to help push them back and hopefully direct them back down the hill.
How long have you been living in Chapel Hill?
I've been here for 2.5 years now.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Honestly not. I mean, we don't get this much snow, and usually throughout the day it doesn't keep coming down. So, yeah, this is the first I've had, and definitely haven't been out here trying to help people get out of the snow, but it's an experience.
Were you expecting this much snow?
No, not really. We're happy classes got canceled, but we really weren't expecting this much, but it's been a good time. But, yeah, it's definitely dangerous, and everybody has to be careful.
Cool. Thank you, David.
No problem.
All right. Again, this is what we're dealing with here on North Columbia Street. This has been a problem that's been ongoing. Thank you. It's been going on for at least the hour and a half that we've been out here. Cars are getting stuck easily. More than a dozen cars have been stuck out here since we've been here. Again, cars are still going up, coming down. Police officers, no one has blocked off the road yet. But we also have seen crews working, trying to plow these streets. But as more snow continues to fall, it doesn't help as much as it could if the snow wasn't falling. People walking by, even slipping. So that kind of gives you an idea of what we're dealing with here in this area. Live in Chapel Hill, I'm Derrick Lewis, CBS North Carolina.
All right, thank you, Derrick, reporting live from Chapel Hill.
Wes is telling us that we're getting accumulations that we were nowhere near expecting.
Yeah.
10 inches in Pittsboro. Our Derrick Lewis has been where the snow has really started today, and it continues to get worse. He is live in Chapel Hill. And Derrick, what are you seeing right now?
Yeah, Sean and Sharon, we've been here on this street, North Columbia Street, for a few hours now. I want to show you the situation here. Many cars are getting stuck going up this hill. We came here around 1 o'clock this afternoon just to kind of see the road conditions, what it was like in here in Chapel Hill. And this is when we got here and saw there was a lot going on. There have been at least 24 cars stuck trying to either go up or come down this hill here on North Columbia Street. There's one car that's stuck right now. Here's what's happening. Cars are driving up this street, and then they get to this red light. They have to stop. So that momentum that they have going up the hill is fine if it's a green light. But once that light turns yellow and then red and they have to stop, that is when they get stuck. So that's what you see right now. You see a lot of brake lights, hazard lights that are up right now. It's because those cars can't make it over that hill because they were trying to stop at the red light. Now I want to show you over here to my left just a little bit. This car right here looks like it was stuck at one point. It has been abandoned right now. This car is just sitting here in the middle of the road, no driver in sight. If you can zoom in, Michael, just a little bit to the front of that car, it looks like the front of the car has been damaged. We're not sure if it was because of a wreck here, of what's going on here, this situation, but that's the scene right now with that car. Again, back up the hill. This red car that you see a little bit up the hill, that car has been there for about 5 minutes now with the hazard lights on. The driver got out to kind of look around, see if she could do anything to kind of help maneuver, but there's nothing to be done. She's still there. Again, that's the situation that's happening right now. Some people deciding to just walk and not drive. We have two ladies who are walking towards me right now. We're live on CBS North Carolina. I just want to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Are you all walking because of the snowstorm, or what's going on?
Yeah, we had to go get our runs in, so we had to go find some treadmills. So we walked from my apartment to campus.
Why, when you turn around and you see so many cars that are stuck, like this one here that is abandoned, what goes through your mind?
You gotta
stay at home. It's a bad idea.
no class tomorrow.
Yeah. No class till Monday.
No class till Monday. Is that what you're hoping for?
Yes, fingers crossed.
Why is it? Why you should want to go to class, right?
I mean,
we gotta get ahead on our schoolwork, on our readings and everything. That'll happen.
Yeah. So what are you all planning to do during the snowstorm? And also, were you expecting this much snow?
Yeah, I think we were hoping for it, and we were kind of just planning on we're gonna make snow cream, and we're gonna go to Al's for dinner. Heard that was still open.
Snow cream. I've never heard of that.
snow cream is the best. So you get snow and sugar and vanilla and milk, and you mix it all together and just eat it. It's great.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. All right. Thank you for talking to me. All right. So as you can see, we're also dealing with a little bit of wind chill here as well. The wind is coming and the snow is blowing in our faces. That's kind of what we're dealing with here in Chapel Hill. Looks like another car has gotten stuck within the minutes or so that we've been here. Now, this blue car that I was just telling you about a few moments ago, that car has looks like it was pushed a little bit. Now it's backing up, and that's what happens oftentimes. The cars, they try to make it up the hill. When they can't, they either stop and start backing up, or they try to find a way to turn around. But right now, the drivers, sometimes they're just getting out of their cars to figure out what they can do because they didn't think that they would get stuck here on North Columbia Street. Now, this street where we are, there's a fire department that's by me here. There's also UNC's campus is not too far from here. We're very close to downtown Chapel Hill. Now, this is a very busy street. As you can see, a lot of cars are coming and going through this street. And then this situation right here where you have people trying to push cars to get out of the way. But when more cars are cleared, more cars are coming. That's how busy this road is. At one point, there were cars stuck here, and then you had there was traffic here. On a snow day, traffic. Like you would think it was a regular day. There were so many cars here just from the traffic here the cars here stuck being causing this backup. Again, this is what we're dealing with here on North Columbia Street. This car right here now is deciding to turn around, basically just giving up, saying there's no way that they can make it They've just realized that 2 other cars still stuck right here. Right now, we're trying to see what's going to happen. This driver's getting back in his car. 2 people are pushing. They're trying. Wheels are spinning. Let's see if they make it. Giving it a little push. Still not getting far. Again, those who are watching at home right now, this is what the road conditions are like here in Chapel Hill. Very slippery, slick, and not much you can do when you're faced with these conditions. We've seen people out here plowing the streets, putting salt down here. Michael, if you can actually turn around here behind us, you can see plow trucks are here. They're doing their job. It's just that as this snow continues to fall, there's not much they can do besides what they're doing right now. And this is why we try to advise drivers to stay at home if you don't have to be out in these conditions, because again, they are plowing the snow, but more snow is falling. We're going to continue to stay out here and monitor these conditions and keep you updated with the latest here. Go ahead, Sean.
Before you go, how often have you seen these plow trucks go through this area? I mean, we've been watching for the last several hours with you on North Columbia Street. This is a bad stretch. Folks, if you don't have to go out on that road, don't, because you're going to get stuck. So how often have you seen any plowing going on over there?
Yeah, they come in sets of 2s, like what you see right now, and we've seen this about three or four times since we've been out here. I will say, well, not only that, we've also seen like a little small excavator also kind of just doing some work here, keeping these lanes as clear as possible. So they're out here working, no doubt, but it's just that the snow continues to fall, and that's what's creating a challenge for not only them, but for drivers who are out here as well. This car is still sliding, hoping it doesn't cause an accident right now. But we're just hoping that nothing bad happens here while we've been out here. But drivers who are out here, they just have to be careful when they're on this road.
All right, and also, too, I mean, there could be a lot of snow plows that keep coming through, but as Wes had mentioned, too, once that snow starts packing on, underneath it's going to continue to freeze even more. So even if the snow plows go through, going up an incline like that, it's going to be very slippery.
So we want to go to the...
And our Derrick Lewis is live in Orange County. And Derrick, over the past few hours, you've seen so many cars have issues trying to get up the incline right there.
Yeah, Sharon, right now we're on North Columbia Street. I just want to show you right now what we're dealing with here, these icy conditions. Cars are slowly now making it up this hill, but many of them have been stuck throughout the day. Police say they are swamped with responding to accidents, more than about 16 accidents here in Chapel Hill. I want to show you video from earlier today. Take a look at this. Your eyes are not playing tricks on you. This is a car sliding backwards down this hill. For hours, cars have been skidding down this road or simply getting stuck. Many of them have been forced to reverse down the hill, turn around, or get a push. Several plow trucks have been out here today working to get rid of as much snow as possible, but as you can see, more snow keeps falling. I talked to one driver who had gotten stuck trying to make it up this hill.
I was turning left from Franklin Street onto Columbia Street trying to get down MLK, and my car just skidded, and I had to turn it in reverse and actually go down the hill backwards. It was terrifying.
But they've responded to more.
With Katie, she eventually advised drivers to do the same thing that we've been telling people, to stay at home if you do not have to be out. And unfortunately, we have not seen many accidents out here, but these conditions are not just limited to this street. It's what we're dealing with throughout Chapel Hill. Now, again, police say they've seen about 16 accidents here, and as far as 50 total in terms of weather-related incidents. Live in Chapel Hill, I'm Derrick Lewis, CBS North Carolina.
All right, Derrick, thank you. And Governor...
All right, Wes, thank you. Now, when it comes to places that were hardest hit, Chapel Hill is one of the top candidates.
Several inches of snow has fallen there today. CBS North Carolina's Derrick Lewis has been out in it. And Derrick, it's been a mess out there today. How does it look right now?
Yeah, Sharon, it's been a mess pretty much all day today. You can kind of tell now that the snow is finally starting to stop just a little bit. I want to give you an idea of what we're dealing with right here. We're on North Columbia Street. In this area of Chapel Hill, about nearly 2,000 people are without power right now, and that is because of something that's going on near 15501 Carrboro and Chapel Hill City Schools have announced already that they will be closed tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure that that could be because of the conditions that we're dealing with right now because of this snow. I also want to add one more note that the city has told us that the 9 plow trucks that they have, they're now going to be going to help out the state maintain roads. So those plow trucks that normally would be here, now they're going to help maintain those roads that are now maintained by the state. Live in Chapel Hill, I'm Derrick Lewis, CBS North Carolina.
Derrick, thank you very much. Well, the kids are not. And to reiterate that, Maggie, police, they were in fact busy throughout the day responding to multiple crashes in Durham.
Durham police even rescued 2 women from an icy creek off of Dearborn Drive. Meanwhile, road conditions are extremely dangerous in Orange County. CBS North Carolina's Derrick Lewis is live in Chapel Hill. Derrick, what's happening?
Sharon, Chapel Hill police tell me they are swamped. They're dealing with so many weather-related crashes. They tell me that number has gotten up to 16 for today because of the road conditions. Take a look here. We're on North Columbia Street. This is a hill here where people have been getting stuck for most of the day. I want to show you video from earlier today. Take a look at this. Your eyes are not playing tricks on you. This is a car sliding backwards down this hill. For hours, cars have been skidding down this road or simply getting stuck and needed to turn around. Many of them have been forced to reverse down the hill, turn around, or get a push. Now, for several hours, plow trucks have been coming out here today, working to get rid of as much snow as possible. But as you can see, the snow, it just kept falling throughout the day. Now, back out here live, you can see that the snow has let up a little bit. It's very different than what it was earlier today. It's also a little bit quieter. People are still walking, but we also don't see as many cars here on the road now as we did earlier today. That's the latest conditions here in Chapel Hill. I'm Derrick Lewis for CBS North Carolina.
All right, Derrick, thank you.